The light filtering through the infirmary window made Ren blink. His head throbbed, but the effect of the potion they had given him was making the pain fade gradually. Taro almost jumped from his chair. "Finally," he said. "Are you okay? I thought you had died." Ren tried to sit up, but the world spun momentarily. "What? Stay still." Taro gently pushed him back to the bed. "The nurse said mana poisoning is no joke. What were you thinking?" Ren asked. "Why are you here? The classes? Did your brain melt? Wei isn't at school today, remember?" Taro resettled in his chair. "And Lin left me here to wait for you to wake up, and wait for punishment too, when she found out I helped you escape training." Ren asked, "Lin already knows?" "Oh, yes," Taro grimaced. "I confessed everything when she started threatening to triple my training and fail me in the battle unit. We were on our way when we saw you being carried out of the cave by the guards, but by then they were already bringing you to the infirmary." Ren closed his eyes, processing the information. "How angry is she?" Taro replied, "Let's say when you return to training, you'll wish you had died from poisoning." Ren muttered, "Fantastic. And speaking of that," Taro said, "what the hell happened down there? The guards seemed really shaken up." "It's complicated," Ren said. "Complicated?" Taro raised an eyebrow. "Ren, you were foaming at the mouth. Your veins were glowing brighter than your mushrooms. They carried you running to the infirmary." "I need a favor," Ren said. "Oh no." Taro crossed his arms. "You're not changing the subject that easily. It's important and urgent." Ren tried to sit up again, this time more slowly. "I need one of the processed crystals from my room for today's cultivation before Lin returns and I lose the whole day suffering." Taro looked at him as if he had grown a second head. "You're joking, right?" "No, I'm serious," Ren insisted. "You just woke up from mana poisoning," Taro exclaimed. "Exactly." Ren lowered his voice. "My body is more receptive now that the potion just finished its effect. It's the perfect moment." "The perfect moment to do what? Die?" Taro asked. "Don't be dramatic," Ren said. "Dramatic?" Taro stood up, his beetle briefly manifesting from agitation. "You almost died!" Ren hushed him, looking to one side. "The nurse will throw you out if you shout." Taro shot back. "Good! Maybe she should throw your brains out too, since you're clearly not using them." Ren pleaded. "Taro." "No!" His friend shook his head. "I'm not going to help you kill yourself. I've had enough with lying to Lin. Do you know how terrifying she is when she's angry?" Ren said, "I do know, and I'll owe you one." "You owe me like 50, Taro retorted. "And I'll take you to gold rank," Ren smiled. "Please." Taro stared at him for a long moment, then looked aside, feigning disinterest. "I don't believe you, but fine. If you die, I get your stuff." "Deal," Ren agreed. "And what you have in the bank," Taro added. "Now you're abusing," Ren said. Taro sighed dramatically. "Fine. What do you need?" "The usual processed crystal," Ren lay back down. "And one more thing." "What?" Taro asked. Ren smiled mysteriously. "A hydra?" Lin frowned while the guard finished his story. "Are you sure?" "Completely," the supervisor nodded. "2 heads, transparent scales. I've never seen anything like it, and for it to be so close to the surface." Lin asked, "And you say it was chasing Ren specifically?" The supervisor said, "Followed him until it had to return from lack of energy. The boy must have really bad luck for a beast of that level to waste so much energy in a place without mana in a chase. Or maybe it was good luck because he survived." He continued, "He even got us out of the initial surprise and suggested how to stop it. An interesting kid. Shame about his beast. I guess he does have very bad luck, without doubt." Lin processed the information. Something didn't add up. Ren wasn't weak, but his beast was, even with all his training. How could he have found a hydra? How deep had he gone? And if that was the case, how had he survived so long at that depth? "Thank you for your time," she said, turning to leave, when something caught her attention. A presence in one of the nearby trees. This wasn't the kind of concealment a normal student would use. There was something semi-professional about it. Lynn took off running to the guard's surprise. The presence vanished suddenly, as if it had never been there. Except Lynn knew that sensation. Her crane partially manifested its wings and slightly elongated her legs while following the trail, her beast's enhanced perception tracking the faintest disturbances in the air. A flash of movement to her right. Someone appeared for an instant before vanishing again. Interesting, Lynn murmured. The jumps were becoming more abrupt now, almost clumsy in their haste. Whoever it was, they were more concerned with speed than subtlety. Another flash, this time to her left. Lynn adjusted her course, her crane helping her maintain the pace while analyzing the pattern of movements. "Why the rush?" she whispered while following the flashes of movement, her experienced eyes noting how each jump seemed to cost the fleeing figure more effort than the last. The chase led them toward a more densely wooded section. Clever, Lynn had to admit it, but not enough. The girl staggered upon appearing on the last branch before the administrative building. Her jumps had become clumsy, each transportation consuming more energy than the previous one. One last jump, she thought, while focusing on the director's window. Her beast protested. Too many jumps in too little time, especially after the strain in the depths. "Your jumps are terrible today. I didn't teach you to." The director began, having perceived her long before she arrived. When she appeared inside the office, her legs gave way beneath her. She held on to the edge of the desk to avoid falling. The director rose, alarmed. "What happened?" "I saw." "Sit." The director quickly moved a chair toward her, his concern evident. "Are you hurt?" She shook her head while dropping into the chair. "Just tired. Too many jumps." "Are you sure?" "Yes. I was following the mushroom boy as you asked," she began, her breathing still agitated. "He entered the caves this morning." "The caves?" The director frowned, but then remembered. "Ah, Wei is out today," his expression becoming understanding. "Economic troubles. Wouldn't be the first student trying to recover their investment working extra in the mines. But I don't see how that's reason to—" "It's not that," the girl shook her head. "They carried him out unconscious. Mana poisoning." "What?"
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.